Good day, everyone. It's a rainy afternoon. So, how are you? How have you been this past few days? This is Leslie of Keep Going Baguio, saying, don't let the rain get into you. Like a missive, we do hope this podcast finds you well to another episode of Nitty Gritty Mental Health Awareness Platform. It's episode 10, guys. I can't believe we have gone this far. It seems like yesterday when this was just a thought, and now we're on our 10th podcast. Truly, it's such a wonderful world. Episode 10 is entitled Mainstreaming the Advocacy, where we get to chit-chat on the ins and outs of Baguio City with regards to mental health. Being one of the few urbanized cities in the Philippines, it's really time to help destigmatize mental health. Today, we are honored to have with us Councilor and Sangguniang Kabataan President of the City of Baguio, who's going to tell us about the updates of various programs and resources initiated by the local government unit, as well as a sneak peek into the upcoming ordinance on mental health that is now in the works. Truly, we are yet but diverse individuals, but together, despite diversity, we are one. One against this coronavirus, one against this pandemic of mental illnesses, and one in healing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the man of the hour of Baguio City, Honorable Councilor Levy Lloyd Orcales. A virtual round of applause, everyone. Good evening, sir. Tonight we're going to talk about the mental health programs initiated by Sangguniang Kabataan. Are there any mental health programs po initiated as of the moment?
Yes, oo. Thank you and good afternoon pala. So yes, the SK, the Sangguniang Kabataan, even during the enhanced community quarantine dito sa ating City of Baguio, we were able to plan and implement programs to address yung mental health concerns ng ating mga youth. Right now, we expanded the program of that mental health. So it's not only to our youth, we also partnered with some of our organizations in the city of Baguio. So we have we are done already with our health workers in our at the health services office of the city. So this is a emotional support system para sa ating mga frontliners na nasa medical field. Of course, we understand na marami din silang nararanasan in terms of itong pandemic na ating kinakaharap. And aside from the health workers, ma'am, is we also expanded it, took over yung ating mga barangay officials, including our SK officials din. Dahil we understand naman their situation wherein all of the complaints of the people per barangay are addressed to the barangay officials kahit na hindi nila kasalanan sa kanila na-address personally. So the toll is being put under their shoulders. Mabigat yung kanilang trabaho. So yun po ay ongoing, I believe, dahil kasama natin ang ating mga kaibigan sa anxiety and support group that they are providing emotional support to our barangay officials. Yan. They were scheduled per district. Yan.
So, what are the current plans for mental health program pa po? Ano pa po ang mga maaasahan natin after this pandemic?
Okay. Para naman sa ating mental health updates, it is already raised sa City Council. So, hindi na siya sa SK lamang. It became a citywide concern that the city is trying to address. Isa po yan, ma'am, is dun sa ating magkaroon na ho tayo ng permanent na mental health practitioner sa ating health services office. So, our city is already looking into hiring yung ating mga, if I'm not mistaken, psychologist na po pwede, basta siguro general term na lang, mental health experts and professionals talaga that they will be hired by the city as a regular employee of the health services office. So that is one of the siguro mga naging output nung pag-raise natin ng concern sa mental health. And the city recognized that as one essential action development in our mental health. So yan ay isa sa pinaka-importante. Second is continuous naman yung ating mga online assistance, lalo na sa ating mga SK officials that when they have youth constituents in their barangays, they can contact our SK officials kung ang kailangan lang naman nila ay emotional support, someone to talk to. Very willing ang ating mga SK, and some of them have already created bonds with those who are seeking for help. But if they're seeking for expert advice, professional advice, our SKs they know our protocol that if it seeks professional expert advice, we cannot give it to them. Okay? Kasi baka magkaroon ng unethical practice doon.
Yes.
That's why ito ay kinoconnect natin sa ating city, lalo na sa ating available mental health offices or centers like PGH, like yung sa ating mga kaibigan sa private institutions. However, again, pagdating po doon sa ating mga SK officials, directly we can only provide emotional assistance or emotional support rather. Emotional support sa mga pinagdadaanan, someone to talk to lang naman. Ayan, so that is to be continued until matapos itong ating community quarantine, and even after matapos ang community quarantine, we are planning to make it as permanent as possible. At least one of the major services that our SK can provide.
Pero yung sa SK, are they given trainings for this?
Yes, dahil sila ay nag-undergo ng emotional support doon sa, I have mentioned earlier that we scheduled or the barangay officials, yung per district. So, naipakita sa kanila kung paano dapat yung approach. Hindi kami pwedeng magbigay ng ng conclusive na any statement kapag kausap namin sila. Meron kami mga ako for most especially sa akin, there are those who have been calling me, nag-chat sa aking social media account. They are just simply wanting to have somebody to talk to. Yun lang naman. And of course, again, we are very cautious doon sa mga nagsisik talaga ng prescription because the SK cannot do that. We cannot do that. So we are very mindful of our limits. And of course, yung ating national law sa ethical practice ng mental health. Kaya hindi kami pumapasok doon. We always make it a point that we have somebody to talk to na expert.
Opo, considering na psychiatrists lang who can give prescriptions and psychologists po, diba?
Correct.
Yung youth po, with the involvement of SK, ano pa pong role ng mga youth?
Yes, oo. Isa sa nakikita nating malaking magiging role or contribution ng youth relative to mental health awareness is of course yung ma-inform silang lahat about mental health talaga. Yung mental health talaga is very important. This is actually very crucial sa developmental growth ng isang kabataan. So, ito yung first program which is yung ating mental health awareness campaign. Okay, so we have been very active yung mga SK natin sa iba-ibang barangay. They have their initiatives, of course, guided by my office, na they can post yung mga numbers ng ating mga talagang psychiatrist na po pwede nilang makontakt. So binibigyan natin sila ng mga options na available sa kanila para kapag kailangan talaga nila ng actual help is meron tayong maibibigay. So isa 'yon. Yung sa ating most especially right now that we cannot go outside, yung mga minors natin hindi makalabas, yun yung ating nagiging nakitang paraan na the digital is the new normal kasi. So we recognize that. Kaya isa sa mga pakay talaga natin, i-increase yung awareness ng ating mga youth na we have available support system, professional, expert, personnel who can attend to their needs. Kami lamang ay nagiging done because again, as I've mentioned, we cannot give them talaga conclusive. Kung tatawag sila sa amin, hindi namin sila pwedeng sabihin, ganito po ang gawin ninyo. Ganito na lang. Ganyan. We cannot prescribe, we cannot give prescriptions, we cannot even tell them na wag na kayong pupunta doon, mag-usap na lang tayo. They are available to, if there are SKs available to chat with, to talk with, just somebody to talk with. Yun primarily yung nakikita nating relevance sa ating youth. Yung peer-to-peer na emotional support. Pero again, limited ang ating capacity doon.
Considering po, mostly naman po is they just want someone to listen. So
Yes.
yung listening po na part can be given by the Sangguniang, Kabataan.
Yes, so usap lang naman na pero we are always telling them na hindi namin sila mabibigyan ng conclusive. Yun, hindi namin masasabi na may nakakaranas ka ng ganito, nakakaranas ka ng ganyan. Hindi namin pwedeng gawin yon. Kaya we are always reminding them that they can always connect yung ating mga youth or even non-youth sa mga available mental health practitioners natin. Yun.
Sir, tanong ko naman, yung key information doon sa ordinance na, di ba may sinusulong kayo for mental health?
Yes.
Ano pong contents nun?
Okay. So yung sa mental health ordinance natin, actually it's authored by me and Councilor Joel Alangsab. So Sir Joel Alangsab is the Committee Chair on Health sa ating City Council. And ako ay Committee on Youth Welfare. Kaya nakita natin na very relevant and very actually we're kind of late na nga dahil we are one of the highly urbanized city sa country pero wala pa din tayong comprehensive mental health ordinance or even a comprehensive program sa mental health. Ang focus natin sa mental health is to kasama na dito yung pag-hire ng mga psychiatrist na magiging professional, magiging partner ng city government. Second is magkaroon ng mga mental health program na sustainable, continuous, accessible sa lahat ng age groups. So meron na dyan yung increasing awareness, yung ating mga psychiatrists na magiging kasama natin sa gobyerno, ang maglo-launch ng ating mental health program. Ano ba ito? Yung mga symposium na pwedeng i-conduct. We were planning that before, kaso nga lang lahat ng mental health symposium na pinalano ng SK ay nabura sa kalendaryo sapagkat we cannot conduct yung mga physical face-to-face contact. So, naitanggal yun lahat. And we are realigned all of this to our relief operations sa barangay. Now, in the future, if magkakaroon na ng or ma-approve ng ating mental health ordinance, isa sa mga objectives nito is yung mabigyan ng direct contact yung ating mga constituents sa mental health experts and practitioners. So ito yung magkakaroon na ng mental health hotline. So this will be under the Office of the City Social Welfare and Development kung saan meron na tayong mga licensed na tao na sasagot na sa mga tawag natin para humingi ng mga expert advice or ano ang magiging action ng isang individual who are seeking for mental health support. So hindi na kung sino-sino ang sasagot, tatanggap ng calls sa ating mga constituents. They will already be psychiatrists, mga mental health professionals na talaga ang magmaman doon sa ating unit na pinopropose sa Office of the City Social Welfare Development. Yun yung mga importante. And another thing more is yung we are also siguro medyo malayo pa itong mangyari dahil we are also seeking for a mental health clinic unit na ating city government. Pero because meron naman tayo sa BGH para may augment lang natin yung effort ng lahat ng available resources. So yun yung ating mga tina-target. Marami pa. I do not have a copy of the ordinance today because it is under being reviewed by one of our doctors in the city government. So nasa table na niya, and after po niyang magbigay ng kanyang advice, professional advice doon sa ating proposal, we will then open this to be filed sa ating city council, and everybody would see ano yung mga contents niya. So it is being reviewed, kaya hindi ko maisa-isa yung mga word per word ng mga nakalagay doon because it is under being reviewed by our professionals.
Sige po, hintayin na lang po namin yung information tungkol sa
Mhm.
ordinance pag open to the public na po.
Mhm.
Do you wonder po na kailangan may mental health or social infrastructure para ma-access yung yung mental health? Like, yun nga po, sabi nyo, magkakaroon ng anatomy, parang ganon. Yung magkakaroon ng mga psychologists.
Correct, correct. Oo. Paano ba magiging possible itong pag-extend natin ng mental health support or assistance sa ating constituents? Of course, importante yung participation ng barangay. So we have the SK for that. The SK have already allotted funds for mental health symposium. Ang mga magiging resource persons natin doon ay of course mga psychiatrists. And as I mentioned earlier, the city is already planning to hire itong mental health professionals natin na yun ang magiging main kumbaga uh, person in charge on all matters involving mental health na dumadaan sa barangay, sa SK, and all of these matters. Sana din ang maglilink sa atin sa PGH kung posible and other private na makikipag-collaborate. So very important na meron tayong malinaw na structure in terms of our mental health program. So very important, again, I would like to emphasize that we have professional mental health practitioner na pwedeng matawagan, pwedeng pumunta sa ating mga barangays that will be partners of the barangay in the conduct of mental health symposium. Ayan.
Okay, thank you po for that. Any final words po sa mga listeners natin?
Yes, to our listeners, sa mga constituents natin, alam niyo po, very important na ma-recognize natin kung ano ba yung impact ng mental health sa lahat ng ating mga constituents, hindi lang sa mga kabataan, even our senior citizens who are in need of mental health support. Now, this would not be possible or this would not be even be successful kung kami lang, ang city government lang, ang ating mga mental health warriors lang, ang nagre-recognize ng ganitong fact. So we encourage and we will be definitely extending our effort to reach everybody in our city para matanggal na yung matanggal na yung stigma pagdating sa usapin ng mental health. Our vision in the city government of Baguio is wala nang magsasabi in social media, in personal na magsasabing, ay, nag-iinarte lang yan, hindi naman yung mental health. Ay, may kailangan lang yan. Pero sa totoo, they really need our professional help. That's why we are enjoining everybody sa ating City of Baguio na to stand with us sa city government. Tanggalin na natin. We break the stigma pagdating sa usapin ng mental health. This is a serious matter. Nobody can laugh out about it. So we have to work together. Thank you.
Thank you po, Concy. It was nice having you. And we're 100% behind your programs. Keep going, Baguio will always be here to support for mental health. Salamat po, Concy.
Thank you very much and good afternoon once again to the Keep Going Baguio also. Good afternoon. Mabuhay kayo.
It's amazing how people come together as a community, no matter how diverse we are. Coming together for mental health helps to destigmatize mental illnesses. Like anything, together we are built stronger. Together we can conquer. There is no pandemic that will equal concerted efforts. There is no pandemic when people try to lift up each other. Yet, there may even be a virus, but together we will find healing, and together we heal as one. This is Leslie, signing off for Keep Going Baguio.